ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Let's Play Third Odyssey, Back to the Motherland, as the Elysian Empire, actually called the Elysian Empire this time, and with the Senatorial Empire. So we have a England-style Senate at the moment. Anyways, other than that, not a whole lot of interest happened last time. We did a whole bunch of colonization, and I managed to pick up Ponca here as my vassal. And also discovered, literally at the last freaking minute, that our subject, who is over here on this little island, did a tiny bit of Caribbean colonization. And I plan to continue that trend for them, just as soon as we finish off here, because we have a war to fight with Abenki here, who we're going to be invading them because they exist, basically. And because we don't like them. So there we go. We're at war now, and my 18,000 men, led by General Hercules, are going across the border to siege them down. And Elysia has suddenly decided that they oppose our stance in the senatorial debate. So I'm going to throw and ignore corruption their way, and then they will be fine with it. Because that's just how this shit works. One of my ports is now blockaded, but it's not that blockaded, so we can safely ignore it. Now, send troops to help squish that. You guys can have fun laying siege there. I will lay siege here. Get over into that place, put it under siege, I think. And those jackasses have moved down and put our capital under siege. Those motherfuckers. So we're going to have to move down here, I think. Apparently we didn't have to, because our subjects have dealt with that for us. They managed to outmaneuver us, get all the way down to our core region. The province wants barbaric councils, they can have that. But now, while our subjects are busy doing that, I can lay siege up here. We'll detach what's needed for the siege. And then I'll just have the rest of my army stand by near. Just to be able to reinforce if necessary. The Protector God. Our advisors have been at it for weeks now, bringing up the subject of a new temple nearby. Every meeting, we should not forget to thank the gods, they say. There are two popular choices. Ares, who has led our people to victory in a dangerous foreign land many times, would be popular with the army, and them the respect they feel they deserve. On the other hand, there is Poseidon, god of the seas and lord of horses. We may be lacking the latter, but Poseidon was on our side when we made our way to the new land. Like he did for Aeneas, he calmed the storm in our hour of need, so we would survive to live another day and settle the rich new lands. Many believe we should remember his help and honor him to keep receiving his blessing. So, we devote the temple to the god of war. Gain army tradition and leaders without upkeep. Devote the temple to Poseidon. We gain navy tradition, stability cost, cavalry cost, navy leaders without upkeep, or we can't afford it. Yeah, sorry, Ares wins, and even if it is going to make us go a little bit into debt at the moment, I think it's worth it. And our colony's self-sustaining now. That's very nice. So now, upon balance, we are going to start doing some local colonization down here in the Caribbean. I'll send the part of the army not currently participating in siege operations down to destroy the remnants of the enemy force. Crush their forces. Completely and utterly destroy them. And there's a peasant uprising in their territory. That has just cost us that. Oh, we can't have that. Filthy peasants rising up against your betters? No, no, no. Who do they think they are? I mean, really. Peasant revolts taking the land that we're trying to get for ourselves off of us. Unacceptable. Utterly, utterly unacceptable. But now, Elysian craving for Nordic fashions. Apparently, we really like Norse fashions for some reason. And we've just renewed a loan. Also, I've occupied all their stuff. I'm going to take all of it. Even if this might not be especially smart of me. It's not going to piss off anyone enough they'll join a coalition, and that's not an overly high amount of aggressive expansion either. There we go. The Empire expands. And we have fulfilled our mission, a new age. Gain base Renaissance spread throughout my realm. I'll take it. Even if we lose a bunch of stuff all over. That's going to add to the number of places. Okay. No, you can't have bloody maps. that is our empire now. It's a little bit haphazard. And we actually now share a border with Vinland. I just noticed that. They've spread into the New York sort of area. I'd like to get I'd like to grab what's left along that coastline for myself, so that I can prevent any Western explorers from getting their hands on it. So, what is this nonsense about Tuscarora being equal in military strength to me? They seem to have some delusions of their own going on. But anyways, they've rivaled us and broken our alliance. So, if you're not going to maintain that alliance, then I don't think you need military access either. Yes. Also, you know... I was considering if we should rival them too, but we don't have another rivalry slot, I don't think. We really do not. But Ivos has now changed its stance bloody again. Seriously? I think we're going to have to take the army professionalism hit to get this debate over with. There we go. Maintenance, modifier, and attrition goes down a bit for 10 years. Nice. I'm gonna work on getting this whole island colonized and then move on to Cuba. Skarora have also insulted us. Utterly charming of them, really. Native assimilation going according to plan down here. Let's get that place colonized. We'll move on to Cuba. Basically, from what I remember, you tend to get a lot of really good, high-value resources down here. And getting something like that for ourselves and just being able to essentially claim the whole Caribbean for myself would be really nice. And then, of course, there's Florida, and that whole coastline, because we'd like that in our empire. Speaking of, let's repay one of the two loans. We're still making a decent amount of money, even with full army maintenance, so I can easily afford to do that. But corruption is currently going up. We've got to do something about that. Let that get corruption down to 0, and yeah, do something about it. But the empire expands. And we gain further territory and influence. Excellent. Whereas now the problem is that we are bordering two rather powerful opponents we're going to have to deal with at some stage, who have some decent alliances themselves. In one case, I'm talking, of course, about the Iroquois and Vinland, because Vinland likes us for now. They are our ally. But Vinland is also a very big neighbor who has a lot of territory we're eventually going to want for our own. And there's some separatists from our empire down here who are just hanging out in an uncolonized province at the moment. They're going to be a problem, I can already tell you. They're going to be a problem. Newborn daughter. Again, she is my heir. Different house to everlasting friendship. And yes, Anna. Now, I'm going to spend some military power to strengthen our government. Get the legitimacy up a bit. 77's good enough, I think. Military and admin both need to be advanced. How is institution spread going for us? At the moment, it would cost us 241 gold to be able to embrace the Renaissance. Just as soon as I get some money for myself, I'm going to embrace the Renaissance, because it's spread to enough of our nation that we can get away with doing it now. That's nice. And why the hell have I not mothballed those cogs? I have no bloody clue. Really don't. And down here, we have Elysium's new settlement, where we're probably going to end up growing sugar or coffee or something. And that will just make us very, very rich. Because that's how it goes down in the Caribbean, right? You grow sugar or coffee there and it makes you rich. Clearly, that's how things work. 'Cause I'm always right. Now, well, have increased innovativeness and the rest of our cores from that recent spat of conquest coming in nice and fast. There they go. up bit by bit. So I can afford to do a little bit of conversion now. Ditch your totemist nonsense and embrace the rightful faith of the Empire. It's the only way to live. Embrace one true faith. And you won't cut your heads off for being heretics and heathens. What? It's a perfectly generous offer. I said we wouldn't cut their heads off for being heretics and heathens if they embrace the true faith. That's perfectly reasonable. They just haven't realized that yet. How reasonable it is. I'm sure they'll figure it out eventually. And if they don't, well, they'll be headless bodies. So they won't matter anymore because they will be dead. Apparently, we still have a bit of money coming in, so I can afford to start another religious conversion. It's a bit faster. And I can embrace an institution. It's only gonna cost me 2 gold, apparently, because 30 of the 31 provinces in my empire have institutions. So let's embrace the Renaissance and watch our tech penalty drop from 50% to 0%. Just like that. Also, construction and development costs up, and we can immediately pick up level 10 diplomatic technology. It's only gonna cost us 720 points as opposed to the 1,000 or something it would have done otherwise. That'll mean we get some better ships. The warships and transport ships type of better, I mean. As well as some trade range and trade efficiency and settler stuff. Next things we gotta get, though, are professional officers and level 6 admin tech. Our admin is really lagging behind. I gotta fix that somehow. I think I just spent too much time investing into that idea group is really what was going on there, honestly. If I had to guess. Speaking of military technology, plus to combat with, plus to military tactics. Thank you. At the next level, we will be getting better units and improved flanking range. We're shooting up there in tech. Eventually we're just going to be able to walk right over all of our neighbors because I imagine we're just so much more advanced than they are soon enough. And we'll start converting another group of natives in our empire to the proper faith. Europe has been revealed. With the help of ancient sources, Pytheas has returned. After an uneventful voyage, in stark contrast to our previous attempt, he arrived off the coast of what our ancestors thought to be the end of the world. After many months, Pytheas has gained knowledge of or visited firsthand the majority of Europe. Now, has changed greatly in our absence, and has caused quite a stir among the older nobles of Europe. Now we must decide what position he will serve in our regime. Advisor or Admiral? I think Admiral. And now we know about Europe again. A good chunk of it anyways. There's still parts of the Middle East and the further east we don't know about, but a couple of important things of note. The Commonwealth is formed, and they've been having some fun raffle-stomping everyone. And apparently they control everything from what Poland and Lithuania start with, up to and including basically the border with the Holy Roman Empire and Hungary and Moldavia. Speaking of Hungary, they're getting chewed up by the Ottomans, so that's fun. And Serbia has also been reduced to a one-province minor. For some reason, Morocco's been replaced by Tafilat, or Tafilalt. I have no idea what happened there. That's interesting, to say the least. England has conquered most of Ireland, and they've started to make inroads into Scotland as well. I imagine it's not too long until Great Britain forms. And Castile currently rules over Aragon, Navarre, and Naples in a personal union. So they have quite the advantage there. And of course, there's Denmark having absorbed Norway, and to them, they've got quite the advantage there. And however, Sweden has declared full independence, though, and taken a few bites out of what was once Norway, though they haven't managed to get any of their core provinces off of Denmark when they did that. So things over in Europe are looking interesting. Even so, my primary focus is going to remain in the New World and expanding our empire, I think. Besides, I'm not even sure if I'll care to go back and reclaim Constantinople and take the old empire back, honestly. We might just decide that Europe isn't worth our time and just continue empire building in the Americas. That might be the way things roll. Like I said at the start of this series, I did not go into this with a designated goal. I just wanted to sort of mess around and have some fun, so I'll just see where things go. But in any case, I think this actually makes a pretty good stopping point. Not nearly as long as my usual episodes, but the rediscovery of Europe, I think, makes for a good point to halt it for this time. So, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next week for more Third Odyssey with the Elysian Empire. See you then, folks.